Let me guess, you went to your race dashboard, you scrolled on down to the financial section, and you opened up the summary, you saw this section on holdbacks, and you're like, what is this? That's what I'm here for. Let's talk about holdbacks. Holdbacks are the funds that are being held for your race, primarily for refunds and chargebacks. Chargebacks are when the customer contacts their credit card company and asks them to reverse the charge that they made. So it's pretty much forcing a refund. It's the customer having the credit card company put the money back onto the card, whereas a refund is you having the credit card company put the money back on the card. And you can learn more about holdbacks here and here. Or just go to the RunSignup blog, that's runsignup.blog, do the search for holdback, search it, and you've got a whole bunch of articles on our holdbacks. Now, if you go to runsignup.blog, you can find an article there called Understanding the Financial Summary page. This is basically just a written out version of everything I'm saying in this video, so if you thought I was smart and I actually knew what I was talking about, do not get the wrong impression. I'm just reading from the page. But anyway, I am going to read the holdback section here, just right off the page, because the holdback thing is kind of new and I want to make sure I get you accurate information. So this $9,358.40, that's just the example holdback for the race up here. Again, these are reserves that we hold to cover potential chargebacks, and you can read our reserve policies here. You see how that's bluish with a line underneath? You can click on that, it'll bring you somewhere else. You know how links work. Currently, we hold 20% of the registration fees, and then we go into a deeper dive on how it's calculated right here. So reserves are only required on registration fees, not the donations, not memberships, and not processing fees. The blog says if you click on that holdbacks link, it brings you to a page that looks something like this, and then they have this screenshot. Now there is a note here that the third row of the top left table is not going to appear for you. That's a data field that we see as RunSignup administrators. So up here, you can see this admin only field. That's not going to show up for you. That's just for admins only. So up here, we could see the desired reserve and the current reserve. Since the desired reserve is more than the current reserve, we subtract the current reserve from the desired reserve and we get this $698. So that's how much more money we need to fill the holdback on this sample race. Next up on the blog, it says, you might be wondering why the desired reserve is $10,056.40 when the total transactions are $62,941.20, and 20% of that would be $12,588.24. I know that I, for one, was wondering that exact same thing, because when I saw $62,941.20, I was like, wait a second, 20% of that is $12,588.24. So this blog is speaking right to me, and it says there are two reasons for that. This can be difficult to calculate since only settled transactions are included. Said another way, you might drive yourself crazy if you try to calculate this all yourself, although you could from downloading all the detailed transaction reports once transactions are marked as settled. So that's the first reason there, only settled transactions are included. And then the second reason is that the holdback page shows a number of refund reserve transfers. You're going to see those refund reserve transfers. We do calculations to determine new transactions that have come in and add to the reserve once an hour. However, again, it is only for settled transactions. It is likely that tonight the $698 shortfall, that's the $698 that we saw up here to get to this desired reserve amount, it's likely that tonight that shortfall will be picked up from transactions that are happening later. Since in the example this is a successful virtual race that is seeing continuous registrations on a daily basis. Finally, on the holdback reserve section, if your race is not actively taking in enough new transactions, then there is a Manage Reserve button, and this will allow you to add to your reserve with a credit card or with an ACH or wire transfer. And just a note while we're on this page, you can set this Prevent Refund Reserve Release Until date. This is especially useful if your race has passed and you're offering refunds still, because after the race passes, if your current reserve amount is higher than the required reserve, anything extra will auto-release to your race. So if you want to keep the excess in there, set the date here and say do not release the money until whichever date you put here.